how I automated $500 in my sleep, the one System.io tweak that doubled my commissions. Missed this email? Here's a shortcut to automate your funnel. Hey Flow Squad, welcome back. If you've been following along, you know that in part one, we dove deep into my journey of earning my first $1,000 with System.io affiliate commissions. I shared everything from starting at zero, building a simple funnel, crafting emails that felt like conversations, and seeing those first commissions rolling in and hitting my dashboard. But today, I want to take you even further behind the curtain into the months that followed. The real work, the lessons, and the small tweaks that turned a basic system into consistent automated income engine. Let's start with mindset because if you get this wrong, nothing else matters. 2 years ago, I was sitting in your shoes. I had $0 in my account, zero subscribers, zero followers, and more questions than answers. Some days I felt completely overwhelmed. I wondered if this System.io affiliate thing would ever work for me, or if I was just chasing a dream that would never pay off. Here's the truth. Your mindset determines your results. I could have quit when my first month showed zero commissions. I could have gotten frustrated when I logged into my dashboard and didn't see instant results. I could have blamed the algorithm, the platform, or even myself, but I didn't. Why? Because I knew one thing: starting is better than waiting. I also leaned heavy on my faith. At times when the numbers looked scary, when seeing $0 or even negative numbers felt like failure, I reminded myself that this was not the end of the story. This was just the beginning of a journey. And every step, even small ones, mattered. When I talked about mindset, I'm not just talking about positive thinking. I'm talking about strategic patience and clarity. I knew I had to stop chasing virality or magical sales, and I had to build a system, something repeatable, consistent, and measurable. That meant that I needed three key pillars: a funnel to capture leads, an automated email sequence to nurture them, and a consistent content rhythm to keep my audience engaged. Those three pillars became the foundation of everything that followed. Now, let's talk about expectations versus reality. The first month is never glamorous. For me, it was exciting and terrifying at the same time. I had a very teeny list just starting out, and I had no idea how long it would take to see results, but I treated that first month as a setup, not a sprint. It was the time to experiment, to test headlines, to tweak my landing pages, and to figure out what my audience actually needed. I built a simple lead magnet, something people could click, download, and then immediately get value from. At the time, it was a funnel for them to be able to send an ebook automatically when someone signed up. Not trying to sell anything. I was just planting the seeds for my business, small, consistent actions that will grow over time. So here's what I want you to understand: the first month is about structure, not commissions. If you expect quick money, you'll burn out. If you focus on building something that works while you sleep, then you'll create freedom. That's the Glow Squad mentality. Focus on what actually compounds over time. By the end of month one, I wasn't making a dime with my affiliate commissions, but I was tracking everything: open rates, click through rates, small engagement metrics. I treated these victories. Every teeny metric told me whether the system was alive or needed adjustment. I didn't chase perfection, I chased progress. This is where so many people quit. They see no immediate return and assume that the system isn't working. But here's the secret: systems take time to compound. You plant, water, and nurture, and eventually growth becomes inevitable. Now, let's pause for a minute. And imagine where you are right now. Maybe you've been thinking about starting an affiliate business. Maybe you've started and feel stuck. Maybe you're overwhelmed by the tech, the emails, the funnels. Listen, I've been exactly where you are. 2 years ago, I would have given anything for a step by step method to follow. Instead, I had to learn by trial and error. But the mistakes I made then are the lessons I'm giving you now. And they are priceless because they save you months of frustration. In this section, I want you to take one key idea. Your current state is not your final destination. Rather, you're starting at zero, struggling with traffic, or doubting your ability. Consistent action on a repeatable system will move you forward. You don't need a perfect tools or a huge following. You need a system that you can trust and the discipline to feed it daily. That's exactly what we're going to cover in the next section. How I took that foundation, optimized it, and began scaling my System.io affiliate system month by month without paying for ads. Now that the foundation was in place, my funnel was live, my emails were nurturing subscribers, and my first commissions had started rolling in. It was time to scale. This is the part where most beginners get stuck. You've got your funnel, you've got a few commissions, and suddenly you ask yourself, how do I turn this into a predictable income stream without burning out? The answer: automation, traffic, and optimization. By month 7, I realized my time was limited. I couldn't spend hours copying and pasting emails, manually following up, or trying to guess which platform would bring in the most signups and traffic. That's when I leaned fully into System.io's automation and all the features that it had. I built an email sequence that ran on autopilot. It had a welcome email with many lessons, behind the scenes, some of my own testimonies, and then gentle call to actions to encourage my subscribers to take action. Automation changed everything. Suddenly, my system was working while I slept. I could focus on creating content, refining my messaging, working on my delivery, and analyzing the data instead of micromanaging every step. The beauty of automation is that it doesn't care about weekends, busy days, or distractions. Once your funnel is set, the system becomes your silent team member, always delivering value and moving subscribers towards a purchase. But automation alone isn't enough. You also need consistent traffic. I learned early that posting randomly on social media or hoping for virality wouldn't grow my funnel fast enough. Instead, I doubled down on the channels that brought me results. So my short form content would usually be 15 to 30 seconds, my YouTube shorts, where it pointed out a pain point to attract people to my email list. Also, sending viewers my lead magnet and different things like that also generated more traffic by doing giveaways with my templates. Also, creating YouTube tutorials, so long form videos explaining in depth how to set up automation, creating funnels, and using System.io features effectively. So, this positioned me and helped me build trust and authority, also leading to more consistent sales. My email nurturing: every subscriber that I gained that entered into my automated system by signing up through my funnel, my lead magnet, then I was able to consistently nurture and follow up. And I set targets for traffic, not just commissions. For example, if I knew my conversion rate was roughly 3%, then I calculated how many people needed to enter the funnel to reach my goal of 10 annual signups. Instead of just obsessing over every small sale, I focused on the input metrics. So traffic, engagement, and email performance. One of the biggest lessons during this stage was data-driven optimization. I started tracking my email open rates, the click-through rates, video views that led to signups, funnel drop-off points. And with this information, I could make small tweaks that had huge compounding effects. So changing a subject line, adding a testimonial, or reordering a email sequence. So this wasn't the glamorous part, and it did. Reordering an email sequence didn't feel glamorous, but it increased conversions, and every small improvement made my system more predictable. By month 8, my email list had grown. I was sending about 3 to 5 automated emails per week, each written like a conversation, not a sales pitch. I shared wins, mistakes, lessons learned, and actionable tip. I found that storytelling tends to convert better than a flashy sales page. People want to connect with real experiences, not promises of instant wealth. So, month 9 was the turning point. I started seeing consistent commissions each week. The system was finally compounding. My funnels, my email, and the content were all working together, and I didn't need to manually chase every sale. I realized something powerful. Scaling isn't about working harder, it's about doing the right things better. Focus on one funnel, one offer, and optimize steadily. Everything else is noise. By month 10, I was experimenting with micro optimizations. So, splitting my email subject lines to see which generated higher open rates, testing different lead magnet headlines, adding short testimonials, video links back to my YouTube channel. And all of these tweaks seem small, but over hundreds of subscribers, the conversion difference is huge. I learned that affiliate marketing is a numbers game backed by human connection. Understand your audience, give them value, and guide them through your system. Month 11 and 12 were about predictability. My funnel was moving hundreds of people through the sequence each month, and my automated emails were driving sales consistently. I forecast income based on traffic and conversion rates, something I never could in the first few months. So here's the secret, Glow Squad. The system does 80% of the work, but the remaining 20%, consistency, content creation, and refinement, is what compounds your results. You can't skip that. You still need to show up, test, tweak, and monitor your numbers. But the beauty is, once the system is built, most of your work is front loaded. So after that, it feels like feeding traffic and refining the edges. By the end of year 1, my affiliate system had grown into a predictable, automated income stream. I had learned the power of planting seeds, nurturing them, and letting the system do the heavy lifting. And the best part, this same system can work for anyone willing to follow the steps consistently. In the next section, we'll dive into my exact workflow for content creation, traffic, and email automation, step by step, so you can implement it for yourself and start building your own automated System.io affiliate business. By month 13, the foundation of my System.io affiliate business was solid. Funnels were running, emails were automated, and commissions were starting to feel predictable. But predictability doesn't mean growth. That's when I realized the next step was strategic content creation and my traffic management. You can have the best system in the world, but if no one sees it, it doesn't matter. Traffic is the lifeblood of an affiliate business. And I wasn't going to rely on luck or virality. I needed a repeatable strategy that consistently sent the right people into my funnel. I broke my approach into 3 parts: my short form content, my long form content, and email engagement. First, the short form content was a hook, a pain point, and a call to action. Short form content was my fastest way to reach new eyes, and I would just use YouTube Shorts for that. I focused on the pain points that my audience had or what they may have been experiencing, feeling stuck with a 9 to 5 and wanting freedom, overwhelmed by tech or software for an online business, struggling to make money from affiliate programs. Each video was structured like this: it had a hook to grab your attention, and then it was something relatable like your problem, and then a quick call to action telling you to either subscribe to the channel or watch the full video. Number 2 was my long form content to build authority and trust. While the short form content would drive quick traffic, the long form content builds the authority, and I would focus on YouTube tutorials, deep dives, and videos like this that are designed to explain exactly how to use System.io or give you just behind the scenes insights to my journey. And I would just answer common questions and objections. For instance, one long video might be how to build a System.io funnel from scratch. Another might be a step-by-step to email automation. These videos weren't flashy. They were educational, practical, and trust building. The combination of short form and long form content created a traffic funnel within my funnel. Shorts videos grabbed attention, long videos nurtured trust, and the email sequences closed the sale. So let's get into number 3, the email engagement, the true engine of affiliate income. While content drove traffic, my email list was the engine of income. By month 14, I had a nice size email list and my system was automated. I focused on sending at least 3 emails each week, and this was the structure. Usually I would share some sort of win or struggle or insight. Next, I like to provide value, like an actual tip or a link to a video that's going to explain what I'm talking about. And then also I could put in the links in my email to encourage people to upgrade their plan, because that would just unlock more features and give them truly all the tools they need to be successful. I learned a critical lesson: transparency and reliability convert better than hype. People didn't want flashy sales pitches. They wanted to see someone like me building a system from scratch and succeeding. And another rule of thumb for me: I don't have people do something that I'm not willing to do myself. So if you don't want to pay $17 for a starter plan or grow your business and actually have to pay for a system that allows you to automate it, then this probably isn't the channel for you, because if you're running a business, you're going to have to put some sort of investment into your business. For engagement, I monitored open rates to see what subject lines captured attention, click-through rates to identify which stories and emails drove action, conversions to ensure traffic into the funnel was meaningful, and now 4, which was my traffic strategy, figuring out which channels that worked. By month 15, I was feeding traffic from multiple channels: YouTube Shorts, long videos, consistent evergreen traffic. Now in my next chapter, I'm going to be looking into cross promoting on other platforms, but I wanted to focus on YouTube and my email list, organically growing my community here. Later. Number 5 was engagement and community building. I also realized that converting leads isn't just about systems, it's about connection. I respond to comments, I answer emails, DMs, and I love to share what's working for me, lessons in my emails. This built a sense of community, trust, and accountability. By month 8, by this point, the results were clear. My funnel was running smoothly, traffic was consistent, emails converting, and my commissions were steadily increasing. I had a repeatable traffic plus content plus email system that worked for me every month. Glow Squad. This is where many people fail. They focus on the next tool, the next trend, or the next viral hack. But growth comes from consistent action on a repeatable system, feeding traffic, nurturing leads, and optimizing conversions. In the next section, we'll go even deeper into how to optimize conversions, improve your email sequences, and double your affiliate income by using System.io's automation. This is where the small tweaks create massive compounding results. Now that my funnel is running smoothly, traffic is consistent, and my email sequences are engaging, my current focus is the conversion optimization and advanced automation. This is the stage where small tweaks and smart follow-up strategies create massive compounding results. Your funnel might be working, but if you're leaving clicks on the table, you're leaving income behind. That's why I pay close attention to who clicks but doesn't buy, and how I can nudge them gently towards a purchase. So first thing, creating a follow-up sequence for non-buyers. So I've set up an advanced automation inside System.io to capture these almost buyers. And here's how it works. Someone clicks a link in an email but doesn't purchase. 2, it will automatically put them into a follow-up sequence tailored specifically to address the objections or hesitations. And then over the next 3 to 5 days or so, they'll receive a combination of personal stories, how I overcame challenges, mini tutorials, different case studies, social proof like testimonials, things like just show how the system works and how they could win as well. And the goal is not to pressure, but to build trust and gently remind them of the value. And the magic of automation is that this happens without me lifting a finger. So after the sequence is set up, then it's running on autopilot. Next, I'm going to test and refine my subject lines for conversions. So optimization starts at the top of your email. I test subject lines constantly. Here's an example. How I automated $500 in my sleep. The one System.io tweak that doubled my commissions. Missed this email? Here's a shortcut to automate your funnel. So small changes like adding curiosity, numbers, or emotional triggers can dramatically increase your open rates, which is the first step towards conversions. Next, I do my funnel page adjustments. So I continuously tweak my landing page and opt-in forms. Sometimes it can be simple as changing the headline to address a more specific pain point. Maybe I'll add a testimonial video, simplifying the form to reduce friction. These minor adjustments can lead to double-digit percentage increase in signups. And this is going to compound into more conversions downstream. Hope you all are still with me because this is a lot, I know. So next is segmenting your audience, because everyone in your audience might not be interested in the same things. So when you segment, that can increase your click-through rate because you're specifically talking to that person and solving that problem. Next is using your data to drive decisions. Every change I make is backed by data. I can track my click-through rate on individual links, conversion rates on emails and landing pages, engagement patterns across platforms, and this tells me what's working and what isn't. I don't guess, I test, measure, and tweak. Number 6 is compounding your automation. The beauty of advanced automation is that every adjustment compounds over time. One well-timed follow-up email can convert a hesitant subscriber into a paying customer. One optimized subject line can increase revenue for hundreds of people in your funnel. One optimized subject line can increase revenue for hundreds of people in your funnel automatically. That's why I spend most of my energy on refining automation rather than chasing new tools or trends. That leads me to 7, which is content plus automation to equal predictable growth. When you combine consistent content and engaging email lists and advanced automation, traffic keeps flowing in, subscribers get nurtured automatically, conversions increase, and they become more predictable. Your system works for you even when you're busy, resting, or focusing on new ideas. This is freedom at its core. The very reason I started this journey, Glow Squad, I want to emphasize something important. This stage is where most people, beginners, give up. They see a few clicks, but not enough sales, and they think their system isn't working. That's the trap. Advanced automations ensures even hesitant subscribers get multiple opportunities to convert. And the ones who do convert provide the momentum that grows your affiliate income. So this is where it becomes more sustainable by focusing on conversion optimization and advanced automation. I've been able to increase commissions without adding more content hours, which is the ultimate goal. Working smarter, not harder. In the next section, I'll break down my exact workflow for building, testing, and scaling these sequences, including how I prioritize tweaks that create the biggest ROI. This is the blueprint for turning a functioning funnel into a predictable, automated business machine. Now that my funnel, email sequences, and automation are humming along, the next question becomes, how do I maintain, optimize, and scale this system without burning out? That's where a solid workflow and blueprint come in. Over the last 2 years, I've refined a system that allows me to grow steadily, work efficiently, and enjoy the freedom I built. And I'm going to share this with you step by step. So, first is your daily workflow. Every day, I dedicate about 60 to 90 minutes to my affiliate business. It's not about working all day, it's about focused, high leverage actions. My daily routine includes first checking my analytics and metrics, my email opens and click rates, funnel activities and conversions, seeing the traffic sources and engagement. I quickly review what worked yesterday and what may need adjustment. This helps me make small strategic decisions daily instead of just questioning and guessing. Next is my content creation. Short form videos, I'll usually take clips from my longer form, and there are different AI tools that will allow you to just put in your video and it will generate clips for you. So that way I'm never scrambling. And then 3, my engagement to my community. So making sure I don't have any messages that I need to reply back to, comments I need to reply to, emails, things like that. 4, I want to check my system, just making sure that my automation sequences are running and check that the emails are sending correctly. I'll also monitor the subscribers entering the funnels as expected. Now, to go into the weekly workflow, once a week, I'll dive deep into the system, and this is where strategic optimization happens. So, first, content review. Analyze which video or post brought in the most leads. Adjust my future content based on that performance. Number 2 is my email optimization. So, reviewing my email open rates, click through rates, and conversions. And then I'll test subject lines, my call to action placements, or just tweak my email copy. 3 is my traffic strategy. Review which channels are bringing in the most conversions. For me, that is usually my YouTube long form videos. Then 4 are just tweaking the funnels, rather that's adding a video or just making my landing page simpler for the opt-in process to be smoother. And those are the weekly reviews, allowing me to catch small issues before they become big problems. So it's all about staying consistent and proactive rather than reactive. Now let's talk about the monthly workflow. So each month I step back and look at the big picture, my monthly routine, which includes the performance audit. So how many new subscribers entered the funnel? How many commissions were generated? Which sequences were converting and which ones weren't? Next is my content planning. So script and batching my long videos or what tutorials I plan on doing. So they all align with the theme for the month. And then 3 is expanding my automation and just adding new sequences, like how I added a segment for people who click the link but they don't purchase. So this allows me to follow up with them automatically. Next, I look at my traffic scaling and where I can identify opportunities to grow and have a higher performance. So by combining my daily, weekly, and monthly workflows, I create a self-reinforcing system. Content generates traffic. The traffic feeds the funnel nurtures the leads, and then automation converts them, and the data informs my optimization. So now I'm at a point where I can scale without burnout. One of the most common mistakes beginners make is adding more tools, more platforms, or more content without focus. I've learned that scaling is not about doing more, it's about doing what's already working and making it better and bigger. For example, instead of creating 20 new videos, I batch 5 high value videos and repurpose clips for short form content. Instead of writing 10 new emails, I tweak my existing sequences to improve conversions. Instead of jumping to another affiliate offer, I double down on System.io, which simplifies my workflow. This approach keeps me focused, consistent, and efficient while steadily earning commissions. Now let's get to number 5, which is metrics for tracking and scaling. To scale effectively, you need to know what matters, and here's what I track. The email open rates. That shows if your subject lines are compelling. Your click-through rate indicates engagement and interest. Your conversion rates tells you whether or not your funnel and follow-ups are effective. And then traffic sources help you prioritize high-performing channels. Your subscriber growth rate measures whether your audience is expanding consistently. So tracking these metrics allows me to make informed tweaks instead of guessing. Every small improvement compounds over time, which is how my system went from 0 to a fully automated income engine. And then we have 6, which is your mindset for scaling. Scaling isn't just technical, it's mental. The principles that got me here still apply. 1, patient beats impatience. Systems will compound over time. And consistency beats motivation. Showing up daily matters more than waiting for inspiration. 3, data is going to beat guesswork. So measure everything, optimize what works. Glow Squad, the magic isn't in instant results. It's in building a repeatable, optimized system that works while you sleep. That's what allows me to enjoy freedom while still growing. If you're ready to implement this blueprint for yourself, and the steps are simple. 1, build your funnel with a clear, small win lead magnet. Set up your email automation with a nurturing sequence. Create consistent short form and long form content to feed traffic. Monitor your metrics, optimize and refine, and then implement advanced follow ups for clicks that don't convert. By doing these steps consistently, you'll have a predictable, automated System.io affiliate business. I'm proof that it works, starting from 0, building small, consistent systems, and optimizing over time has completely transformed my business and my life. Glow Squad, before we wrap up, I want to get real with you for a moment. 2 years ago, I was right where you are, starting from 0, overwhelmed, doubting myself, and watching my bank account sometimes dip into negative numbers. I didn't have a magic wand. I didn't have a secret formula. What I had was faith, persistence, and the decision to build a system instead of chasing quick wins. And that choice changed everything. Slowly, month by month, step by step, I created a business that now works while I sleep, freeing up my time, automating over 80% of the work, and generating consistent affiliate commissions. I monetized my YouTube channel in just a year and a half, became an Amazon influencer because of my channel, and built a repeatable system that others can replicate to help them succeed. So here's my challenge to you. How long are you going to put off new opportunities because of fear or lack of action? The only thing that separates where you are now from where you want to be is starting, showing up, and sticking to a system. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building your own automated affiliate business, then you can join my Freedom Framework Challenge this December. I'll show you a step-by-step how to set up your System.io funnel, your email sequences, and a traffic plan. The same system that got me from zero to consistent income. Your future self is already cheering for you. Click the link, join my email list, and let's build this together. Don't forget to like and share this video, and I'll see you in the next one, Glow Squad. Be blessed and have a great day.